Hey guys, I'm still here in Las Vegas and I'm at a very popular Italian food court that has locations throughout the world in Europe, Asia, South America, as well as even in the Middle East. And right here at the MGM Park in Las Vegas. And they're known for their high-end, fancy Italian food, like the pizza, pasta, the breads, the meats. And so come with me and let's see if we can find some delicious Italian food here at Eataly. So here we are right in front of Eataly, and it's at the Park MGM. So let's go inside. The first restaurant you'll see is La Pizza Napoletana and La Pasta right here. And I heard they make a delicious margarita pizza. So if I get the opportunity, I definitely want to check it out. You can see it's around noon and there's a lot of people having lunch here at La Pizza La Pasta. They also have a little stand here where they make fresh mozzarella. Here's an Italian street food stand that they have here at Eataly, which has really delicious looking street food, which of course is like chicken. They also have arugula salads, fresh mozzarella, and you can see all the different sandwiches they have. This one is a mortadella sandwich right here. They also have other types of sandwiches to choose from. All look delicious with Italian meats. Here's the prosciutto sandwich right here. And here's the hours of operation. They're open every day from 11 to 11 p.m. and on Fridays and Saturdays 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. And you can see them preparing some food right here. Here's some more samples of the sandwiches they have here up close. And the sandwiches look huge. And they make fresh bread here, all homemade bread. And you can see the fresh focaccia they use. It looks amazing. I would like to try this as well. Right next to the other sandwich place, there's this other sandwich place in Eataly where you build your own sandwich. So you can see the fresh homemade bread here. Also the meats that they keep in back. And here's the menu for the build your own panino. And the first step is you choose your bread, then you choose the meat, the cheese, the sauce, and they of course have add-ons that you could add on. So the total for a sandwich here is $25. So it's not a budget-friendly spot here at Eataly, but it's said to be high quality. And here you can see all the different Italian meats that they have. The prosciutto, the porchetta, the salami, the mortadella. And here's samples of what the sandwiches look like. You can see the turkey and the different Italian meats to choose from, and they look delicious. Here's another one of Eataly's street food stands, which is La Pizzeria, Roman handcrafted pizza. And here you can see them up close. So that's the burrata, the prosciutto right here. All of them look so good. Here's the mushroom, the sausage. Look how much sausage they put on these pizzas. This one's a hot honey and the margarita. And of course they have little sample size ones where you can buy 3 of them. And to buy 3 of them, it's $26 for these. And they also have a meatball sandwich. So it's nice that they show you little displays of what the food looks like here. You can see them hard at work. They have a whole bunch of pizzas ready to be baked in this oven here. Another street food stand called La Carne, and it also has fresh meats as well as seafood available. So you can see the bronzino here, as well as samples of all the foods. They also have a cheeseburger back there, which is a Wagyu cheeseburger for $29. So if you come here, be prepared. You're going to spend a little bit of money on your lunch. Here's the fresh seafood. You can see the ahi and the salmon, the bronzino. They have shrimp and oysters, and they have their menu here of all the different items. There's also this spot right here which serves fresh pasta. So they have many different types of pasta to choose from. And here you can see samples of all the different items they have. They have lasagna. They have rigatoni, fresh rigatoni. Raviolis, spaghetti, as you see here. And it shows how they make the fresh pasta on the bottom shelf. And the prices average about $24. Let me see if I can get it up close to this. So a pomodoro is $24. The burrata is $24. And there's a few items right here that go up to about $30 for some pasta. So as you can see, they have a lot of delicious Italian food here at Eataly, but you're going to pay a premium here on Las Vegas Boulevard from $20 all the way close to $40. But I'm hungry, so let's check out some of the food that they have here at Eataly. So for my first item here at Eataly, I chose to build my own sandwich. So first I had to choose a bread, and upon pondering on which bread to choose, I chose the fresh made focaccia bread. As you can see her preparing here, adding the Calabrian aioli to it, which added some spice to the sandwich, along with the fresh lettuce, followed by the thinly cut slices of mortadella. And they put quite a bit on. I would say close to at least a quarter pound of mortadella was put on my sandwich, followed by the fresh made mozzarella that's made here daily at Eataly, followed by the olive oil. And the sandwich looked so fresh and delicious. Thank you. So look at it up close. What a delicious looking sandwich here. Wow, look at that. All right guys, so as you saw her making the sandwich, she uses all fresh made ingredients. This focaccia bread is so pillowy and soft to the touch. Of course it has fresh mozzarella as well as a ton of mortadella, but the price is $27. So it's not a cheap sandwich, but let's see if this sandwich is close to being worth the $27 that I paid. So first bite, mortadella here at Eataly. After the first bite, the first thing I noticed is that it's a messy sandwich, but what an amazing sandwich it is. The first thing you'll notice is this fresh focaccia bread. It's so pillowy and delicious in flavor. This Calabrian aioli is to die for, and I think it really makes the sandwich. The combination of the flavors of the mortadella along with the Calabrian aioli and this fresh bread is amazing. Just from the first bite, I would give this a 9.8. It's a really good sandwich, and you know, it's just about worth the $27 I paid, because that's how good that first bite was. So let me go ahead and take another bite. Really good and messy. So you may wonder, you know, what's the difference between mortadella and bologna? Well, bologna derived from mortadella. Mortadella is more complex It usually starts with pork, which includes chunks of fat, peppercorn, as well as pistachio. Whereas when it comes to bologna, bologna is more manufactured or more processed, and it has not only pork but also beef as well as chicken many times. So mortadella, of course, is a higher end meat, and you can really taste the quality here at Eataly. So let me continue and take another bite. Let me see if I could pull out one of these slices of mortadella so you guys can see what it looks like here. So as I mentioned, you can see the chunks of fat within the mortadella, also the pieces of peppercorn in it. And as far as pistachio, I don't see it offhand, but I imagine it's in there. So this looks like a very delicious, and as you can see, they cut it nice and thin, but they put many layers of it within the sandwich. And not to be overlooked in the sandwich, because I already mentioned the aioli, the mortadella, as well as the delicious homemade bread, but here's the fresh mozzarella. And they put a bunch of slices of it inside. And you know, fresh mozzarella is so much different from the kind you get at the grocery store or the shredded one. It's so much better and a completely different texture and flavor. So here's a bite of all the combination of flavors in this one bite. Delicious. And I know in the comments I'm going to get a few people that will mention the price of the sandwich, but it won't be the first time I spent $27 on a sandwich. I've done that at Langer's as well as other pastrami spots. So, you know, actually, unfortunately, these days with inflation, this is almost the going rate for a good quality sandwich. And this one matches up with any other sandwich that I've ever had. It's top notch, 9.8. So I'm going to finish up this sandwich. And if you come to Eataly, I would highly recommend this sandwich. You could build it to whatever type of meat or bread you want. I highly recommend the focaccia though. And if you like spicy, this collaborating aioli is amazing. So I'm gonna finish this up and let's look for some more food here at Eataly. Here you can see the staff member of Eataly preparing one of the most popular flavors of the Roman style pizzas, which is the soppressata. So this flavor along with the sausage are the two most popular, and there's such a high turnover since so many customers come in to get a slice of the Roman style pizza here at Eataly. Here's a close-up of the two last items I ordered. This is a ribbed shell pasta along with a short rib ragu with olive oil and cheese. And this is the soppressa that you saw one of the staff members making fresh a minute ago in the video. So I'm excited to try these last two items here at Eataly. So it's going to be hard to top that mortadella sandwich that I just had, but I ordered two classic Italian items, which is the Roman style pizza slice, and this is a soppressa with mozzarella on top, and of course the short rib ragu with shells. So I'm excited to try these two items. I guess I'll try the fresh pizza that she just made. So here you can see it's a delicious slice, as you saw up close, and I believe they even added some hot honey to this slice. So is hot honey a thing in Italy now? I know it is here in the United States, but let's take a first bite of the Roman style soppressa pizza here at Eataly. So right away, the first thing I noticed with the first bite is the undercarriage is nice and crispy on the bottom. So if you prefer your pizza on the crispier side, it's nice and crispy. And the meat is nice and salty and savory. The sauce is excellent as well. and they put a nice portion or amount of sauce on the pizza. And I don't know if you can hear that crunch, but it has an excellent crunch here on the pizza. So you can definitely taste the hot honey on top of this pizza here. So if you like a little hint of sweet or honey flavor on your pizza, along with the savoriness of the meat, this is a good slice to get. If I was to rate this, I will give this a 7.3. A delicious slice here at Eataly. So last but not least is the short rib pasta. And I've been looking forward to trying the pasta here because it's freshly made, and they use a short rib ragu on top. They give a decent sized portion. The total for this pasta was $36 with tax. So not a budget item, but let's see how the quality is. So the first thing I notice upon taking the first bite is it is al dente. It's on the firmer side. The ragu is nice and savory in flavor. The pieces of meat, let me see if I take just a piece of the meat so I could, hone in on the flavor of it. That's really good. The short rib inside the ragu is extremely tender and delicious. If I was to say anything about it, I wish they put more short rib in because it's so good. This is delicious. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it in any of my reviews, but for me, pasta and noodles is one of my favorite foods of all time. Whether it's in pho or chow mein or in Italian food. Italian food is up there in the hierarchy of my favorite foods, probably in the top 2 or 3. Between that and Thai food, I love Italian food, and especially ragu or red sauce. I love the thick gravy, how it's mixed in perfectly with these shells. So every bite is just filled with this delicious ragu on it. And this type of fresh pasta that they use with the ribs really holds all that gravy in place with each bite. So what an amazing pasta they chose to use for this short rib ragu. I'm already full, but I'm gonna knock out this pasta because that's how good it is. Guys, I'm on my last few bites of the pasta, and I must say, even though the food was on the expensive side, I almost spent close to $100 on the 3 food items I ate. Everything was delicious. You won't be disappointed if you come here. I would highly recommend the pasta as well as that sandwich. Still is the best thing I ate. I will give this an 8.3. A very good pasta, but that sandwich, that mortadella sandwich, was to die for. So if you come to Eataly, try out the fresh focaccia and mortadella. It's absolutely amazing. So thanks guys for watching this video here in Vegas at Eataly. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video.